helps getting back in practice?
Hard work, focus, and dedication. Putting everything back together and understanding what our goals are, and understanding that we have to come together as a team if we want it to be the season we want to have.
What did the film study look like to you? I mean, some of the things that went wrong, could you kind of pinpoint them now?
Well, there was 4 turnovers. You can't win a game turning the ball over. I mean, that's the same thing with Alabama. They were still in the game despite those turnovers, just like we were still in the game, kind of despite the turnovers still. But I mean, you just got to get better. They just outplayed us. They outplayed us. They out-executed us. And we just have to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Are you concerned? It seems like this offense, unless the big plays are happening, that this team's not very good at grinding it out. You know what I mean? Like a 15-play drive and executing in the red zone. What's the problem, and how does that change?
I mean, I think in the third quarter, we had an 11-minute drive, 19 plays. And anytime you get on the 1-yard line and have four times to score, and you don't punch it in, I mean, there's something that isn't going right, obviously. But it starts with me. I'm the quarterback. I'm the leader of this team, and I have to make sure that all our guys are on the same page, including with our coaches. I mean, being the leader of the offense, you have to communicate with the coaches just as well as they communicate with us. So you just got to get better. You got to practice even harder, understanding that the red zone, you can't turn the ball over, and you have to punch it in and score, especially in the SEC. I mean, if you don't get these touchdowns on the 1-yard line, it's going to kill you to get 3 points. So anytime you get in the red zone, you got to make sure that you punch it in at least. So.
Vaughn said it felt like they were in your backfield all night. Did you have enough time? Did you feel to let plays develop, or was it just scrambling?
I mean, they came up the ball pretty hard. We didn't really get any momentum or rhythm or anything really to get a feel for them kind of being on their toes a little bit. I mean, people said that the stadium was so loud, this and that. Well, yeah, it's going to be loud when you're behind the whole time and the crowd's into it. So, I mean, you have to overcome that for sure. And then just got to make sure everybody's doing the right thing. They're doing what they're taught to do. And it starts with us listening to our coaches every day in practice and practicing as hard as we can so these mistakes don't happen.
For you personally, you know, your time as starter at Ole Miss has been all good news up until this last 3 or 4 days. What's it been like for you, just kind of having your first, I guess, setback for you in the offense?
I think you just gotta get refocused. I hate losing. I hate it, and I mean I couldn't even sleep knowing that we lost. I mean that flight home and that bus ride from Tupelo. I mean it stinks. It stinks losing, and knowing that you were still in the game despite everything, and I mean we were in the red zone 2 or 3 times, and you get 10 points. And you can't really win a game. 38-21 is a lot different, but they score. All over the board, we really didn't play well.